Good morning. Good morning, my food friends. How are y'all doing this morning? We have so much fun coming at you today. I am so excited. Hi, good morning. Hello. Hello. You guys, my name is Lori March, and I'm going to see if I can track down our fabulous guest. Here we go. Let's see. I got you. Coming at you with Sandy Pollock. Come on, let's do this. Sandy, are you here? Here it comes. Here it comes. Come on. Yay. All right, here we go. I think there's a Sandy in there somewhere. Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. Okay, we did this.
You tracked
Good
me
morning.
down.
Good
Hi,
morning.
y'all.
So, guys, Laurie March here. Thanks for popping into the Hormel Foods Instagram account with me. I have a queen, a literal queen here with us, Sandy Pollock from Casserole Queens. I know you got that wave down
Oh,
pat.
yeah.
That is
First thing you
expert
learn
level.
is a queen.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm doing so great today. This is really fun to be a part of this pantry project. I've been following it and I'm excited to be a part of it. I'd like to thank Hormel and the great team over there for inviting me to participate. So thanks so much.
Yes, the Pantry Project is awesome, and this live version of it is really cool. Pantry Project is really all about Hormel deciding to see if they could tap some experts to help people figure out what to do with all the stuff in their pantry, right? Were all opening that door and staring at the things in there, and
Absolutely.
everybody's cooking a little bit differently lately, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. The whole kind of climate in the world these days has really, I think, changed the way that we work with food, how it gets to us, how we eat it, how we come about it. Like everything is different now, and I really feel like that some meal planning can really help you get a hold of that. I know it's helped us in our house. I'm much tighter, and I've been following this and getting better and better at it. And it's made a huge difference in the quality of food that we're having, the waste that we're throwing out,
Yes.
money, all kinds of stuff. So it's great.
I love that. By the way, I'm coming at you from Los Angeles. Sandy, let's do a quick check and see where everybody's from.
Let's do it.
Guys, give us a shout out and tell us where you're watching from. I think I saw Minnesota fly by.
Okay.
There's a lot of folks in here. It was there was kind of a quick run through. So where are you coming at us from, friends? Oh, Utah. Okay, cool. Some Utah.
Utah.
Awesome. I'm LA. Sandy is in Texas.
I'm in Texas. I'm in Wimberley, Texas. My husband and I just moved out here. We're renovating a house up
Edinburgh.
here, which is really
Jersey. Oh,
exciting.
Dominican Republic. Round Rock,
Whoa!
Texas. Cool.
I see some
Awesome.
Round Rock in
Oh,
there.
my sister's in Maryland. Oh, another Maryland. Edinburgh, Texas. We got some Texas here. This
Those are
is
my
awesome.
people. Edinburgh is my niece. Hi, Margaret.
Hi. Family, some Boston. This is exciting.
It's so exciting.
Really fun. Always really fun to hear where everybody is watching from. I feel like it helps us know what time zone people are in and what mood they're in, because here on the West, I'm still in that cup of coffee mood, and like your East Coast folk might already be thinking about lunch. I don't know. So,
Well, here in Texas, we're Central Time Zone, and I finished I'm all the way full of coffee, so I've moved on to water as my next drink. But
I hear that's good for you.
I have heard there's a rumor going around. Yeah.
Well, so I would love to sort of hear a little bit about your theory on meal prep and planning. And I think sometimes it's such a buzzword lately and a little overwhelming, at least for me, because I get a little confused about what I'm doing and what I'm shopping for. And I feel like I end up buying too much stuff. So I'm so excited to hear kind of your take on all of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you hit it right on the head. That is the best thing about what comes out of a meal plan is kind of taking care of all those things you just said. You know,
Yeah.
Meal planning it's a hyper personal thing. Like every family does it differently. Not everything's going to work for everybody else. So the things that we're going to kind of talk about today, I'm hoping you could just sort of incorporate them into your life, into your plan, and it makes it a little easier for you, because it can be confusing, and a lot of people will put out a ton of recipes, and that might not be your go-to, you know.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do today is kind of give you the permission to be a little bit easier on yourself,
Yes,
and to
I love
do
that.
Yeah, and do simple building blocks for meal planning.
I like that because sometimes I don't want to cook from a recipe. I just want like the concept of what we're making, and then I'm going to throw in what I've got, or go from there. So this is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's really there's so many great reasons that you would meal plan, and it's not just for one reason or another. There's a lot of really, really great reasons. It's a stress reliever, first of all.
Sure.
If you know what's for dinner, if you have a plan of attack and you know what's for dinner, it's far less likely that when somebody comes up and says, "Hey, what are we eating?" that they're not finding you in the fetal position in the corner because you got no plan. I mean,
right.
So it's all about knowing where you're going, finding the boogeyman in the room, and kind of getting ahead of it. And also less waste. We're in a time
that's a
where
big one.
Yeah, and we're in a time where it's harder to get everything that you want.
Yes,
food is not as readily available. You don't have as much access to it. Maybe you have a compromised immune system and you're not able to go into a grocery store and you're doing your shopping online. That changes a lot in the way that you sort of approach it, because you're not walking down the aisle with everything at your disposal. So you kind of have to know what you're going in for, so you make the best and a whole meal, so you have something to eat when you get home.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And I feel like another, for us, for me and my husband, this has been a big one for us, because really our main hobby was going out to eat. We love to go out to eat, like to try different foods, and that's just not possible right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we've kind of had to figure out, what do we do when we can't go grab takeout?
Right.
What do we do when we can't go sit in a restaurant? And so it's really sort of helped us rein that in and have a better relationship with food in these times where we're not just able to kind of do what we would normally have done. And we have really, really enjoyed it. Is kind of the thing. We've found lots of great recipes, lots of good food, and we're just eating better and greater. And my husband's in on it now. He'll grill.
Did you figure out how to make him do the dishes? Because I tell you, that's a real thing. And I was surprised this morning by my husband doing the dishes before I got in here. So it is possible. I do want you to know.
Well, my husband is my cameraman right now, so he just heard you.
Hi.
So, so that's good.
Sandy, there's so many folks in this chat right now. A lot of people popped in. Guys, maybe just leave us a comment and say what your favorite thing is that you've walked up to the pantry and been cooking lately. And we can all kind of check that out while Sandy gets started telling us all about the next stuff.
Sure. Well, who meal plans is also a big question. I mean, you would think that it's people who struggle with food insecurity, which is absolutely true. There is a ridiculous number of people in this world who deal with food insecurity, and that basically means
more lately
they're not able to get the food and the nourishment that they need to live a good, healthy, active life.
Right.
And we're even finding that there is food insecurity within our military system. Our military families are struggling, and that's just wrong, and tragic in so many ways. And so that's of course a really good starting point for who would meal plan. But then there's other things like people that want to maybe move to a healthier lifestyle. They're trying to have a better, healthier relationship with food.
Yeah, when you change the diet, maybe you used to eat a little more of something and you're cutting back on something else.
Like ice cream. We don't bring that in the house anymore.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Roasts. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Oh yeah, look, bacon. I said the word and it appeared. Lots of people, by the way, are going to the cabinet for cookies. I'm reading. Lots of cookies.
Love
I totally get it. Yeah. Well, we've been there.
Oh yeah. Another real quick group of people that I think this would really help are people that are just super busy, flat out overloaded.
Parents,
I'm talking about people on the front lines, our nurses, our caregivers. They're mentally, physically, emotionally spent at the end of the day. And for that particular subset of people, I think meal planning could bring a lot of ease to their lives, especially since they're not able to grab as much to-go food. Plus, a great shout out to all of the amazing responders out there. My mother-in-law just retired after many, many years of being an amazing nurse and caregiver. So shout out to her. We love her, and we love all of our nurses out there.
They're working so hard. Yeah. And good food is really important to keep you going no matter what you're doing lately. I feel like that's so, you just need to have what you need to be able to eat and take care of yourself and take care of your family. So
you can't do for others if you're not feeling well and you're not at your best. And so now is the time that we all need to help each other. So starting with healthy, good foods are a real good base place to start.
Yeah, so tell us about that. So when you think about how to begin meal prep, when you sort of work on this magical like these magical building blocks that I hear about. Tell me how you approach that.
Well, sure. Well, the first thing I do want to say is you got to be easy on yourself when you're starting out doing this. You're not going to be perfect right away, and you don't have to be. You're going to start setting up sort of new habits that are going to be incorporated in, and so don't worry about it at all.
Doesn't have to be perfect. I love that.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, that helps.
Right. And so if you do start out big and you want to do like, creme brulee, osso buco, whatever you feel like that is, just let me know what time I need to be there and we'll be good to go. So really that's kind of the only caveat to that is,
right. If you're going to make something amazing, don't forget to invite Sandy. Check. Or like just make sure you can put it in the mail, right? Like cookies can survive. By the way, you have such a fan club in here. So many people are saying hi to you, just so you know.
Hi,
Jane,
everybody.
Madison. So many fun friends in here. And also people had some fun ideas in this chat about ways to what they're making in the pantry. I saw somebody said the family's making DIY salads, like make your own salads. So that's a fun one. I feel like that falls into your category.
That is very, very good. So really what I'm going to kind of go through are some great tips for kind of thinking about how you approach food and how you approach meal planning.
Let's do it.
So first of all, like I said earlier, it's very personalized and you know what your family likes. Like I said earlier, there's lots of there's tons actually of resources out there where you can glean recipes, all kinds of stuff. But you know what your family likes. And so feel confident in that and start your menu planning for there. Really, all we're doing is we're going to start with 2 weeks. Plan for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then at the end of the 2 weeks, you'll plan another 2 weeks and you'll be better at it because you've gone through the process and so on and so forth and so on. And so if the dishes that you make go over well, put them in your arsenal.
Yeah, add it back in again.
Add them back in. If they do not go over well, you can kind of collect them and maybe head out back and have a little bonfire with the ones that didn't work. And so don't be afraid of getting rid of stuff that doesn't work and go with what does work. We eat a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches. That may not be like highfalutin, but we love them. And we have them a couple times a week and we know what we're going to have and we'll put a salad with it for a little greenery. But it's just simple, beautiful eating that's not stressful at all.
I heard a rumor that you're actually going to make an egg sandwich for me this morning.
I'm totally making our new obsession. I found this egg sandwich, got it on the internet from many sources. It's all over, so everybody may have seen it. But
let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. I'm going to make a couple. One's going to be my husband's at first. He enjoys ham, so I have some ham I'm going to put in there.
Cool.
And then I like bacon. And y'all, let me just tell you, I found this Black Label jalapeno bacon and it has absolutely changed my life. It is so good. It's got a kick. I love spice. So, on this sandwich, it's everything in a biscuit.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm also going to keep kind of talking about, I got 2 eggs.
Great.
And, let's start the fire.
Got to kick it on, man. If we don't have the heat, we can't make all the good stuff.
Doesn't work unless you got some heat going. And so I got a couple of eggs in a bowl. I'm going to put pepper in there because I love black pepper. Eggs and black pepper, you really couldn't go too far with it for me.
Same.
Some salt.
If I was trapped on a desert island and could only have one seasoning, for me it would be black pepper. I feel like that's my go-to. I don't know about you guys, but that's mine.
I adore black pepper. It's in mashed potatoes. It's like it's
too much.
Black pepper with a side of mashed potatoes for me.
Too much, and you've just begun to season it properly, in my opinion.
Right, exactly. All right, so as this heats up, you're gonna do just a pretty good knob of butter, about a tablespoon, and we're gonna let that heat up. So another kind of tip that I want you guys to do is think about leveraging your food as you're cooking. You know, at the beginning of the week, this is what we do in my household, and I feel like it really, really works for us. Is at the beginning of the week, I'll make a giant pot of rice, pasta, base foods. I'll roast off a ton of vegetables, and those are like my sort of building blocks that I can add to through the week. Maybe we'll add some tofu that I've baked off, maybe a nice chicken breast, maybe some shredded chicken. But it all kind of mixes together with what I've done at the beginning of the week. And I'm only messing up the pot one time because honestly, that's kind of the worst part.
Dishes.
Is the cooking.
I hate dishes.
It's the dishes. It's the worst. Okay, these are a little hot, so I'm going to cool it down just a bit.
So you were saying rice and pasta are two of them. Was there a third one in there?
Vegetables.
Oh, yeah,
I roast off a ton of vegetables.
So like a base, a big
That's right.
Base. Okay, cool.
And then you can always use the vegetables in a ton of ways. You can throw them in soups. You can make tacos out of them.
Yeah.
You can throw them in rice. You can throw them in pasta. You can throw them in an omelet. All kinds of stuff. You could throw them in this sandwich if you wanted to, because this is like a catch-all.
Yeah.
All right.
I love
so
that.
Here we go. Eggs go in. All right. You don't have to do anything crazy to them. 2 pieces of bread. Get the bread in. Coat one side. Coat the other. And
in the egg. The bread is in the egg. Alert. Alert.
So this turns out to be like a grilled cheese, savory French toast, egg deliciousness. It looks.
I can't wait to see this. I mean,
I know, and
it's
really fun when you flip it because it's all one kind of piece of food.
So it's for lazy people. I see what you're doing here. This is great.
Yeah, this is really, and it's super fast, and you can really make a lot of them very quickly if you have a large griddle.
Yeah,
I could be doing 6 at a time for a larger event.
So if you got a big family who's all sitting there staring at you making the first sandwich, this is an option. Yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
All right, so we're pretty close. I'm gonna let that keep going.
Wow, that was awesome. So eggs are a great staple, by the way. If you can get your hands on eggs, I feel like they can do so much. So they seem like a good basic building block, right?
They are absolutely top of it. They're inexpensive, less than 20 cents an egg. I think it's something like 12 cents or something really inexpensive, but eggs are a cheap source of protein. You can get lots of, okay, I'm
okay, I want to see this flip. Let's see.
You see it? I have to go fast.
Okay, that was cool.
Yeah,
I've never done this before, so I'm taking notes.
So there, now it's gonna kind of grill on the other side, and to this, now we get to start adding the yummy. Okay. So we put cheese in there.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna do the bacon because that's what I want to eat.
Wait, is this your sandwich or your husband's?
Well, he's gonna eat the bacon too. I really wanted to use the bacon because it's so good. And then I'll make ham on the next one. Maybe this is mine. And let that just grill for a second.
Cool.
And then in a second, you close it and put your mouth all over it. And it is so good.
Nom, nom, nom.
So another tip is this is kind of grilling is I want you all to be able to shop in your own pantry. Before you start everything and you're still doing your menu planning. Here, babe, you want to check this out? So now.
Ooh, okay, that looks good.
Yeah, it is so good. And you see we've got a little bit of the that kind of French toast coating on the outside with the egg. Both sides. Nice and toasty.
Look at that. Wow.
Look how quick that came together. And it
really fast.
Really, really fast. Super duper delicious. The next thing to do is just add your favorite salsa. We like a good tomatillo green.
Is that the green one? That's my favorite.
It's so good, and Herdez is my favorite. Like
it's a little bit spicier than you think it would be, though.
I know, and it's
I actually wrote in and was like, "Hey guys, I want you to know this mild is not for wimps because I might be I was a wimp. Now I'm getting a lot better at it, but the green Herdez it's got some oomph. That tomatillo salsa has got a little kick.
It's got some good one thing that we'll do is we'll crack a couple of eggs, butter, just start to fry them, and coat it in the pan with the Herdez, the verde sauce, the salsa verde, and let it cook together. And then it's
Okay.
just like a eggy, bready salsa, mind-blowing.
Delicious. Hey, salsa seems like a great basic too. In my house, I have like one whole shelf lined with a bunch of salsas because I feel like it's a very flexible thing. It can be a snack, like you're saying, you can add it into things. It feels like a good basic to me.
It is. It is absolutely, in our house it is. We have a very similar shelf. It's kind of, sometimes I'll look at it and think like, I think we may have a problem.
Me too.
But
If my husband is still on here, sorry, honey, we do have a lot of salsa on that shelf. It just he thinks I'm crazy, but I feel like we use it all the time.
keep fighting the fight. He'll come around.
And it's color coordinated too, because I like the whole range of colors and flavors of salsa.
My mouth is watering talking about salsa right now. I'll just have it by the spoon. I like hot sauce so much. It's
Yeah.
kind of a Texas thing, maybe.
So fun.
Well, let me just tell you one more thing about shopping in your pantry, just to finish out that sort of thought.
Yeah.
You have stuff that you have no idea you have, probably. I did. And the coolest, best thing to do is go shopping in your freezer, your fridge, and your pantry and really see what it is that you have. Like really, with open eyes. Reach all the way in the back and get that random thing that you bought a while back thinking, yeah, we're going to make dinner out of this.
That's
and you
smart.
never did. If it still looks delicious and you think your family will like it and it's not expired, put it into the menu. If it's not something you think your family's gonna eat, get rid of it. It does so much to your brain to like just have a clean, workable pantry where you're not thinking you have more than you actually do because it's full of random stuff that you're not going to eat. You know, you can donate it to a food bank if it's not expired. There's many good things you could do to pay it forward.
Yeah,
and make yourself
absolutely.
an easy pantry.
Or sneak it into your kids' food when they're not looking. I mean, come on. Like, isn't that what people do with vegetables nowadays?
Hide it in the food with vegetables? Is that what you're saying?
Somebody's asking who makes the jalapeno bacon. I think that is a Hormel product, isn't it?
It is
it's
a
the
Hormel.
black. Let me see that label.
Look at this.
Black label. Yeah, that looks delicious. I have yet to see that in my grocery store, but I'm gonna do some hunting. Yeah, Hormel black label. Yeah,
I saw it as I was walking past out of the corner of my eye, and it like pulled me like a magnet over to it.
I feel like we know some people at Hormel. Maybe we can. We can talk to somebody about getting it everywhere in the grocery store.
That'd be awesome. Well, listen, I do have another kind of quick little tip for you guys.
Sure.
One thing that is fun for me and my husband is we like to keep meal time fun, exciting, that sort of thing. So I'll tend to kind of make it a theme night that helps me sort of organize
theme night.
What direction to go. So for us, like it's usually like a Mexican Monday kind of situation. But in all honesty, in this house, it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday Mexican food because we love it here. But we tend to keep it earlier in the week and then just kind of move through there. We do a pizza night.
Ooh, that's a great night. Wait, what night of the week are you doing pizza? Is it Friday or just any?
Yeah, we typically do Friday because we like to grill it on the grill outside. And so we'll wait till we've got a good, easy evening where we're not worried, maybe grab a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Grill our pizza out on the deck. So usually it is a Friday sort of situation. And the beautiful thing is you can get some really lovely pizza dough right out of your freezer section in your grocery store. You thaw it out and it will rise. It works well. You roll it out and it's not expensive. You can usually get two, depending on how big you like your pizzas, two pretty good sized pizzas out of it.
Wow.
And it's a really
pizza
good
dough sounds like, I mean, pizza seems like a good basic as well.
Yeah.
I feel like that's another good one as we think about these foods that can be flexible and, you know, if you can have it in the freezer and pull it out, thaw it, you know, like these are things that give you a lot of flexibility, especially if you maybe forgot your meal prep, but you prepped it by buying the stuff and putting it in the freezer. That's kind of half the battle, isn't it?
It's all about just having a plan. It doesn't have to be done ahead of time. I don't do one big cook at the beginning of the week and store it all pre-made. That's just not the way that I approach it. Some people
I tried that one time and it was a disaster because I was so tired of eating the same thing by Wednesday.
Right. And my freezer space is limited and we've gotten into the habit of what we know works for us. If that works for other people, go and do it. It's a great thing to do. Yeah. But like I said, it's a very personal thing to do meal planning and your way is your way and mine is mine and they work. They all work.
Yeah, but the message there sounds like just start to make plans. Think about what you've already got and try to not double up on something, you know, as you're talking about like digging around in the back of the cabinet, making sure that you're looking at those things so they don't expire. I
Right.
feel like that's very powerful, good thinking. And I saw a post blow by there where it was, I like what you said earlier about giving yourself permission. If it's not perfect, there's permission to try something. If you ran out of milk, you know, you're making that mac and cheese with something else. It's
Right.
really about just experimenting and working with what you've got a little bit more.
And I think that you'll find that it usually works out okay. Just have a little bit of faith in the process and your skill set. You've done this before, and you can start to grow, and your pantry will get bigger, and you'll have more access to things, and things will just start to look clearer if you kind of just take really into account what y'all like and how to go about doing it, and just do it for 2 weeks. That's all. And then you'll find that it's better. Now, I know we're going through all this really, really quickly. There's also a blog post that's been written about what we're talking about, and it'll be available on Carmel. I'm not sure exactly where, but I've gone into more depth about all of this stuff. Maybe you can spend some time looking at it. Yeah, so if we don't hit everything, there is a lot.
It's hard. We've only got 30 minutes. I mean, we have a couple minutes left. I actually want to see you eat that sandwich. That sounds so crazy, but I need to hear about it. I need to personally understand this sandwich.
It has been sitting right next to me this whole time.
I know. I'm really impressed with your self-control. Can you like take a chomp out of it? And you got to make all the like food noises too, that every like chef has those, the like food noises, so we know it's good, right?
Now this will be my very first on-air biting of food, I think, but
yes.
Let's do it. I don't have any hot sauce, but that's okay. Here we go.
The jalapeno bacon, let's hear. Uh-huh. I love it.
Oh my God.
Okay. It's good. It was dish towel good. I love it. It required a dish towel. Oh. We're all friends here. You're supposed to make a mess when you eat a sandwich that great. I feel like that's extremely important. All right, so let's hear. When you're no, not yet. Not yet. So I need to know. It looks so good. Also, I think I'm gonna have to learn how to cook that. So
girl, that is so good. There is just something about the way that the egg coats the bread on the outside that gives it this really, really great texture. And the bacon in there, that little kick of the jalapeno and the cheese makes it so nice and gooey. That is a winner. And it's fast and cheap and delicious, and your whole family is gonna go gaga for this. So right here, this is your go-to if you haven't prepped lunch, if you haven't prepped dinner.
Yep.
This is a great one. Also,
yeah, you could definitely do that for lunch. I feel like that could be, I know, sorry. Everybody's like impressed and happy with the bite you took in here. They're all impressed. It was that good. She's speechless. Yeah, well, sorry. I mean, it's hard to talk around a big chomp like that, and you can't not take a big chomp of a sandwich like that.
It's just not fair.
Not fair. Not with jalapeno bacon. I feel like everybody is now going to be Googling the jalapeno bacon to find the link.
And you should. And buy extra, because it is something to write home about for sure.
Yes, I love it. So we have 2 more minutes. While I've got you, I would love to hear anything else you consider a basic. Maybe you can just rattle off a couple things. I feel like that's so much fun and so good to hear before. Maybe some people are doing some shopping right now for the weekend, So
here's one that in our household is a basic, and it's herbs. And that can be a trouble sometimes because herbs can get expensive. You know, they can be just a little bag for $3, $4, depending on where you get it. Maybe you just need a few leaves, and then one day you find it's in the back of the fridge, and it's kind of
and you killed it. I've done that.
Right. So one thing that we've done over this pandemic, when we've really started having trouble accessing what we wanted, herbs was one of them. I just couldn't get basil. I couldn't get, anything like that. So we, and my family's going to laugh because I seriously have 2 black thumbs, but we have a little herb garden now. It's out on the patio. Cool. And I have a picture of it on the blog post so y'all can see what it looks like. But I have basil in there, rosemary, sage, and dill.
Ooh,
And
dill
those
is great because you can use that for pickles, and it's very simple to make pickles. I feel like I'm doing that a lot lately.
very simple to make pickles. And also it just goes well with like salmon. You make a nice little dip and you put it with salmon. You can, I mean, it's just like a really versatile, great in soups, great in all kinds of stuff. Basil's our go-to because we use it on pizzas all the time. So
Oh
I got
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah,
Or
so,
like a caprese salad. You can do a lot with basil.
absolutely. So
So an herb garden, that's such a good idea.
a
By the
little
way, I think we're just about out of time. I'm sorry to do that to you. I also think it's exciting because I'm happy for you that you're going to be able to finish the sandwich.
I am too.
I felt bad about teasing you, making you eat the sandwich. But for everybody who's curious, there's so much more information. Head to the Hormel site, aim for that pantry project link. You'll see there's so much good stuff from Sandy here and a couple of other great chefs and experts. And nothing is more fun than waking up Saturday morning with you guys and having breakfast. Thank you all. So many wonderful people in the comments. Really had so much fun. Thank you, Sandy. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor to be with you guys today. Thanks for sticking around and all your comments and all that stuff. Go get that bacon. It's real, real worth it. And hope to do it again with you guys someday. Maybe from our house once it's done.
Yay. Bye, guys. Have a beautiful day.
Have a good one.